Alright guys, welcome to the driving video for the 2013 Range Rover Sport Supercharged. I'm going to go over a couple things on the interior. Everything functions as it should. AC is blowing right now. Like I mentioned in the interior walk around, there's some sticky buttons here, but other than that, it's really not that bad. The cool thing about this car is it does have the surround cameras. I mean, they're 12-year-old cameras, but it literally has them on the side, on the front, the back, and of course it's got the parking buttons for there too as well, so it alerts you when you're backing up and whatnot. Heated seats, not cooled seats. The heated seats work awesome, had no issues with those whatsoever. Got your sunroof, operates just fine. All the windows operate fine. Stereo works good. It's got the Bluetooth connectivity, so you can do that, listen to your music. It does have navigation. It's dated, but it does work. It just won't give you good updates on like times, if you actually wanted to use that. But yeah, I mean, it works great as far as that goes. What else? I've never used the four-wheel drive system, no need for it. All the suspension components, work as should. If you guys want a video on that, I'll do it. But honestly, it goes up, it goes down, holds air for, ever. I've never had it leak, never drops down, nothing like that. So, I think that's it. You got your memory seats, I don't know. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let's go for a little bit of a drive. Like I said in the listing, I won't talk too much, but I've owned a lot of cars. I'm a huge car nut. This is hands down the smoothest driving car. It just feels like, especially when you're on the freeway, like it just feels like you're on a cloud. It's amazing. The supercharged noise, like there's really not a lot of whine on the supercharger. Very faint. Cabin noise is really low. That's what I was really impressed with when I got it. I love these armrests. These are perfect. And it's fast for what it is. I mean, it's extremely heavy SUV. The supercharger is just instant. I've never owned a supercharged car. Only driven twin turbos and turboed, and like you talk about zero lag. I mean, you barely tap it and your head kind of flies back. So I do love the instant torque with the supercharger. But I think 0 to 60 is like 5.5 seconds, something like that. So I mean, it's impressive for what it is, for sure. And I did notice or mention that the brake pads are newer. They were done by the previous owner. They've always squeaked since I've had the car. It is what it is. I had them checked out, but he's like, unless you want to swap them out, which there's really no need to. So if your windows are up, you're not going to hear it, but they do squeak occasionally. I wouldn't say it's 100% of the time, but it's always at lower speeds. Brakes do work, so even though it does squeak, I mean, you can honestly, they only squeak when you like lightly tap the brakes. So I mean, if you're coming to like a good strong stop, you're not going to hear it. It's only when you make a, it's like you're delicately, you know, on and off hitting the brake, then they squeak. On the stereo, I will say, like, it doesn't blow you away. I mean, it's good, you know, not while we're sitting here, but, you know, have I had better systems? Absolutely. And sometimes, like, on like the higher bass songs, it does kind of like shake a little bit. So, you know, it's good, but it doesn't blow you away by any means. Shimmy or anything like that in the steering wheel. You know, it brakes really well. Also, the one thing I'll note is the date for some reason is stuck on February 24th of 2009. I have no idea how to change it. It's never really bugged me, but also to toggle through like your menu options, it's this button here. That took me literally a month to maybe 2 months even to figure out how to toggle through like your current mileage, your average speed, your average fuel consumption, which don't buy this car for fuel consumption because I'm at 11.8 miles per gallon. And I think it's like 250 miles when you fill it up full. So don't expect this to be your road trip warrior. It is an awesome daily driver, and I didn't care that I was getting 12 miles to the gallon. It is just it's the best daily driver I've ever had, hands down. There's really no, like, I mean, you guys heard in the video, there's not really any rattles to speak of. Like, occasionally I want to say this makes a little noise, but I mean, it's solid. It really is. There's no squeaks. Oh, if this is shut and you go over a bump, it'll kind of make like a little bit of a clunk noise, but that's pretty much it. So I don't think there's much more. There's no fancy like sport mode button. It's just you put it in gear and go. I mean, if you're going to go off-roading, I mean, also the suspension to lower and raise it, like there's really no point to it because the lowered one, once you hit 25 miles an hour, it takes you up to normal level, and the high one does the same thing. It's really only if you're going off-roading you're going to raise it up, and other than that, I mean, you're just going to be in regular mode. But yeah, there's no sport mode, no nothing like that. It's pretty basic and simple. So anyways, guys, good luck. We got 2 days left. Any more questions, let me know.